You just never know.
Wow.
You just never know.
Yeah, you just never know. Woo! Can I just...
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow, yeah, now you know who I have in studios, the African soul queen herself, Shifah Musisi. Thank you so much for making time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Mala, I'm so happy to be here.
You know, let me just put this off, yeah?
Yeah.
I have always wanted to learn how to play the acoustic guitar. Never been successful. I think after this we're gonna hook up and maybe you get to train me. They always say that make sure you don't
Have
leave
nails.
Yes, and also make sure that you don't leave Earth without achieving those things you really wanted to
yes,
achieve.
Definitely.
So yeah.
I
So I'll
will.
try.
Yes.
I'll put up myself for that. So it's been quite a journey for you.
Yeah.
This is a holistic package in terms of talent, in terms of you doing amazing things, not just for yourself, but for the people who follow you through. Your music is soothing, to say the least. When did this journey start? The much I know is that it's been about 6 years.
Yes, 6 years professionally. That's 2012. Yeah, that's when I started professionally with my very first song. And then, I battled around until now.
Yeah. And you've been quite successful. Congratulations for
Thank
that. You know, we were actually getting to interface with this particular music when it came out to the public. And we were wondering, this girl is doing amazingly well. Getting a collaboration with a Congolese.
Yes, Congolese.
Yes, a Congolese, we always call it.
A Congolese.
It's Friday, that lingo can pass, a Congolese, yes.
Congolese.
So how was it working with Mr. Charmant?
It was very nice. He's very talented. He just came into the studio and he loved the song, and it was magical. It was a one-take wonder, you know. He just got onto the microphone and said, I can do something with this song. And he did a verse, and that was it. It was magic after that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you say that you actually started professionally 6 years ago, of course, 2012.
Yeah.
We have quite a number of talented, amazing musicians, artists in the country, but plugging into the industry has always been a challenge. They always say that, hey, I'm just sitting home with my talent because I don't know how to get into the industry. So how was this journey for you? How did you get to that, plug-in stage where now people got to, interface with your talent, with your music, and you also started doing it professionally? What was the journey for you, getting in that first step?
You know, Mala, and I'm with them, it's pretty hard, and I think what saved me is having a business aside as a fashion designer to kind of support me financially. Most of the musicians, it's money, you know. And then I think I was also blessed with a father who was musical. So from the set go, from my first song, he offered to financially, he paid for it, for my first studio session. And then that was a go for me. So I think from then, he just helped me out. So I was blessed to have someone to hold my hand. But I understand them, and it has been hard, not only on the financial status, but the kind of music that I was doing. I mean, 6 years ago, I was still doing the same kind of music, and it wasn't, so it was hard for me to put it out there and for people to just, okay, it's soul, we'll take it, you know? So I battled. I really battled as well. So I think just having a passion for it helps as well. It just drives you. There'll always be those times.
When was that breaking point for you? How will I put it? Your first breakthrough into the industry?
That was...
Can you recall?
Yes, 2015, after I released Sanyu Lyange.
Okay.
Yes, of my first album, but that was 2015.
2015.
Yeah, and that
after
was...
3 years.
Yeah, that was 2015, and I remember when I released that song, I got so many interviews and calls that this is a magical song, you know. And I was thinking, I wrote this song a long time ago. I wish people knew.
Right.
But yeah, that was,
You know, I want you to speak to a musician who's feeling that all hope is gone, who's feeling like, I think I'm the best.
Yeah.
It's just that the world has not seen what I've got to offer yet.
Yeah.
I want you to encourage them in terms of plugging into the industry,
Yes.
what they can do. They always say that, you know, whenever you have a mentor holding your hand, they give you A to Zs.
Yes.
So what is that, we can call it here, A to B, that you
Yes.
give them in terms of plugging in?
I think the advice in terms of plugging in would be to just have patience. You know, Mala, I think I had it as well. When we look at people on TV, stars then of those years, you know, you're like, how have they gotten there? How am I going to get there? I have to just start where they are, but that's not the point. You have to be patient and start with the little that you have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Say, when I started my first song, it wasn't very expensive to start with, but I was like, this is what I can afford. This is what I have to share. I'm not going to perfect it to get to Irene Nambiru because that's not who I am, you know? And once I did that, it was one step at a time. It didn't pay off, you know, but it paid off after 3 years.
After 3 years.
Yeah, so I'll just advise them to be patient and start with the little voice that you have. Start with the little message that you have. Don't wait to, maybe this is a hit. Write a song and you don't choose if it's a hit or not.
Right.
You know
you
what
don't
I mean?
know how the public will actually, you know, take it
Put
or
out
perceive
every
it.
little song you think is not a hit. Just slowly by slowly. Yeah.
You know, Shifah, what you're saying is akin to what we always say in entrepreneurship, in business. We always say, don't wait until every single box has been ticked. Yeah. Just start with the little that you have. And here you are, 2 albums down the line.
Yes.
Olugendo and Happy and Dark Times.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us more about these 2 albums. Where were you deriving your inspiration from? A majority would say that, hey, getting into the soul space, Neda, it's so hard. So what is your inspiration to remain constant and relevant as well?
My father. My father. From my first song was Kangende Nono, and like I said, I was that's why I'm with them, you know, because I wanted to be like Irene, and I still really love her, Irene Nambiru. So I composed my first song for my sister and the husband, but it wasn't soul. It was more a genre that I wasn't conversant with, you know. So my dad sat me down and said, I would go to him like, why aren't I feeling this song? I wrote it. It's not nice. Like, why don't you sing from your heart? Stop comparing yourself to it. Just walk your journey. And from then I was like, you know what, that's it.
Speaking about that song,
please don't look for it, Mala.
Please do us the honors of playing it for us.
I just sing a cappella.
It's all right. It's okay. Take it away.
Kangende nono eyerekereza buli kimu okumpa essanyu. Kangende nono gwenzudde nti yalina empisa. Zengenze nono andabirira ng'ate ampa essanyu. Kangende nono ye wange. Kangende nono besibye.
But it's a beautiful song. Why are you so shy about it?
It's just, I don't know.
You know, they always say it's thanks to those turbulent beginnings that you actually get to grow. And it's thanks to that song that you're where you are right now. You know, I want you to play for us another song as we take just a short break. Before we get into the hard matters, I want us, after you're done with your performance, to get into the business aspects of the music industry. A majority are saying that the Ugandan music industry is yet to take off. Of course, it depends with who you are and how you want to see it, because it's not all who are struggling. Others are doing well. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into how do you get to negotiate well enough as a music artist, especially when it comes to performances, concerts and stuff like that. And also we're going to get into different commercial aspects. The giveaway prize, you do have a manager, so how do you balance that out? So do your thing in at least 1 minute.
So this song I'm going to do is Owoluganda for my sisters because they're watching, and yeah, I love them.
Okay.
Owoluganda Ulichimuli change kwetala yange enzikiza wekwatanga sirina kyendi kwomulisako ennaku wenkwata nensisita kwonsirisako enzikiza wekwatanga sirina kyendi kwomulisako oluganda 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 mpulira oluganda oluganda nkwagala nnyo papa me dance toba munange nnyo gano baddugalaba gomala toba munange nnyo gano baddugalaba toba munange nnyo ago toba munange nnyo gano baddugalaba nkwagala nnyo.
Wow. Oh, wow. If I was the richest woman in the world, I'll just keep you close to me to be serenading me every single time.
You.
I love music. I love
Thank
music.
you.
All right, Shifah, business.
Yes.
And before we get into business, we just want to make sure that people actually conversant with quite a number of your singles as well.
Yeah.
So we want to do you this honors this Friday and play another music of yours. So let's watch this and enjoy. And this song is actually in the Dark and Happy Times album.
Yes.
Why the name though?
Because it has some dark times and then it has some happy times. Yeah, so I wanted, I didn't want to hide the dark times from the people who listen to my music.
Right, because they do exist.
Yes.
And actually, a majority of times, I think the dark times take most of our lives.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
only that we just shine on the happy times. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mara.
Let's get into business now.
Okay.
Let's talk money.
Okay.
I don't think there's any festival you haven't performed in. I'm yet to see.
Yeah.
In terms of festivals that are well known.
Okay.
Both here and internationally as well. And when it comes to festivals, performances, concerts, the money factor is critical.
Yeah.
Because that's where a majority of musicians leverage on to earn their bread and butter. So, negotiation. Are you the type of artist who will, you know, allow the manager to handle the negotiations at 100%? Or are you the type of artist who would want to be on the table as well and negotiate? What type of an artist are you?
At this point, I am the kind of artist who would want to sit on a table and negotiate as well.
Okay.
Of course, in the presence of my manager. Yes.
All right. What informed that? Did you start like that, or what is it exactly?
I didn't start like that, but it just depends on the agreement you have with the management, you know. It depends also on the, what do they call them? The concerts or the people calling you on board.
All right.
Because they have different price ranges. Sometimes they don't tell you the price range until you actually meet. And sometimes if the manager doesn't know what it actually means to get a band to a certain place, or so you have to be there, I think, to just make sure everything is okay. So at this point in my career, that's where I am.
Okay.
But maybe it will change.
All right, that's where you are.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. And with negotiations, especially for concerts,
right.
Without putting a figure to it, but I'm tempted to ask you the numbers. What exactly do you look out for when you're putting your quote or articulating your value?
Yeah.
What are your benchmarks like, or what are your breakdowns like as well? Of course, you have to benchmark in terms of getting to see what are others asking for, and also you have to make sure that you don't burn your fingers as well, because especially with soul, I'm sure it's live performances, there's a band involved. Exactly. So what is the breakdown like when you're negotiating?
I think the key point is just to make sure that the rest of the team is okay, because I can't put up a performance without the band. Of course, there is an acoustic, but collaboration with the band is magical. So I have to make sure the numbers are okay for my bandmates to be comfortable as well. I don't want to go into figures, Mara.
All right, so it's actually a team negotiation.
Yes.
It's not just for Shifah.
Not just for Shifah.
Because Shifah is, the one in the limelight. It's also about the pay of your bandmates. All right,
it's very tricky. They're artists as well. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so negotiations, you don't want to get into the numbers. It's all right. You can actually get away with that one.
Thank you.
In terms of negotiations, maybe how I can roughly put 2 and 2. Okay. Would you say that if you have concerts, at least 3 or 4 concerts in a month, that an artist like that can actually say that they are comfortable in terms of, they can say, this is my 8 to 5, this is my bread and butter. If well negotiated, if you have 3-4 concerts per month, is that good enough to sustain someone?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
So we're talking about good money.
Yes, very good money.
All right, okay.
If your music is good, even the people who reach out to you start with big monies, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't expect that.
Right.
Then you have to, money that can take you for
Shifah, you talk of that, and it worries me that there's quite a number of musicians who shortchange themselves.
Yes.
How did you get to understand your value, and how did you get to that point where you can articulate your value and people respect that particular value that you've articulated?
You meet people along the way that believe in you and have time to talk to you, have time to... so I met a lady called Dorothy Nabunjo.
Okay.
And she just showed me that, I'm worthy. So until you meet people like that, because the people who hire you don't want you to know that.
Yes.
Because they don't want, they wouldn't want you to ask them for a lot of money. But if you know that, then they'll be like, so they'll start with the numbers. So most of the times, I'm not saying they do that a lot, but sometimes the way they approach artists also makes them feel like, maybe I'm not good enough.
Right.
Maybe I'll just ask for little money, but hey, you are good enough.
So mentorship is key, because what I'm getting from you is a mentorship aspect.
Yes, mentorship.
Right. Okay, all right. When it comes to relating with your managers, how many managers have you had since you started?
I have had one acting manager and a team, so that involves coordinators, social media managers, and so you have. But I haven't had
that change of managers quite often. How has it been for you? Because a majority would say that even my manager is swindling me. So how do you strike that coin balance? The money. Who takes what? What is the percentage? And stuff like that.
Let's see. Mara.
We need to help our Ugandans who are in the same space.
I will repeat, I have been not really blessed, but it goes back to the question you asked. Am I the kind of artist that involves myself in negotiations? Most of the time when you involve yourself in negotiations, there's nothing to worry about, because you're in the loop of, everything. So I think, I don't know if I've answered the question, but that's how I am managing, because I am within I involve myself. Yes, I involve myself a lot, especially on the financial bit. Yes, on the finances.
All right. But if you have a deal, as you wrap this up, if you have a deal whereby, of course, your manager she's not working for nothing, or he's not working for nothing. So what percentage does the manager get, and what percentage do you go home with?
Okay, sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 70-30, depending on who the organizers have reached out to.
I get you, because also at times the manager could bring the business herself. All right, okay, thank you so much, Shifah. But you do have a concert coming up.
I do. Oh my God, we are here on 1st November. It's my very first concert. I've been on the scene for 6 years, and finally I'm unveiling myself in a maiden concert.
Wow.
Yes, at Golf Course Hotel, and I'm excited.
All right, tickets?
Tickets are at 50,000 shillings silver, 100,000 shillings gold, and the table is at 2 million shillings. I hope to see you all there.
All right. Thank you so much, and we wish you all
I hope to see you too.
The best. Yes,
you will.
This one I can't miss. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best.
Thank you
and
so
continue
much.
inspiring others. They always say that it won't count much if you stay with all this knowledge. Walk the journey with other youngins who are getting into the industry as well.
Definitely.
Shifah, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Well, keep your views coming. Hashtag morning at NTV. Yes, yes. Morning at NTV. My name is Malaki Vilodera, doing this with Romeo Busiku, of course. And you can tag us directly at just that as well. Let's pay our bills.